Here? Okay, we're good. So, hello guys, welcome or welcome back. I am the Philadelphia Whovian, and this is going to be a video on current events that just happened. I think the announcement was on the news today. Before that, I just want to give a little quick shout out to sports right now, about our sports teams here in Philadelphia. Okay, now, the 76ers, the Sixers, they actually have, I think it's like their 11th game they've won in a row, and that is awesome. Thank you so much, the Sixers. I mean, this is shaping up to be a really good season for you guys, and after the Super Bowl with the Eagles winning, and I admit I was overjoyed. I wear my Eagles pajamas a lot every now and again, so as you know, I'm so happy about that one. I'm still happy about the Super Bowl. Philadelphia, I am a proud one with that one. And so with the Sixers, I'm just amazed. I'm like, because I think it's like their 11th game they've won in a row or something. I could be wrong about that number. Sorry, I sometimes lose track of numbers of games being won. So that is awesome. Just giving a shout out to Sixers. Sixers, oh, thank you guys so much for really putting it all in there. And also the Flyers. Okay, the Flyers are doing pretty good. I know it's not perfect. They've, I think, lost like one game or something, or maybe 2 games. Who knows? Either way, they're doing a really, really good job. Probably 2 or 3 games they lost, but they're still doing a very good job. And I admit, I don't watch hockey, but it's not for lack of interest. It's just that I feel like TV does hockey no justice. Hockey is one of those sports you have to be there to see it in the stadium. Oh my god, it's so awesome in the stadium. I just can't watch a hockey game on TV. I can't be entertained by this. I can't feel it. I can't feel the rush. And even if I could enjoy TV, you know, while watching a hockey game, I still wouldn't do it because I gotta admit, guys, this is embarrassing. I'm one of those people who gets really vocal in watching games. I shout a lot, and hockey, I shout all the time. I never stop shouting. It's embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. And with our Phillies right now, I'll do a video about that later. But I feel bad for the new manager. Okay, now to the current events that actually came to talk about. There is actually a news report online about how Harvey backlash he got for defending his wife for saying the R word. So when I saw that, you know, news, I was like, what's the R word? There's an R word now? And I clicked on it, and his wife said something like, my husband thinks I'm retarded, you know, because I can't cut beef. And apparently this caused like 3,000 angry tweets to his wife from people who have children who have mental disabilities, calling her out because she said the R word. And then he defended her, her husband defended her, as husbands should, you know, because that's your wife. And he has received a lot of backlash. Okay, here's my first problem with this situation. The people who like began to shout back at his wife were talking about their kids and how they're mentally handicapped, so her saying the R word is terrible. Here's the thing for me. It's my first argument, and for those who are going to immediately, you know, dislike my video without listening to what I'm saying, guys, if you disagree with me, you are awesome. It is perfectly fine. It is okay to disagree with me. It perfectly is. You're fine. But so am I for disagreeing with you. First and foremost, I found that to be incredibly disturbing with the overreaction that his wife got, and the intense overreaction he got for defending her. Because what she said, she was not talking about handicapped kids at all, or about people who actually are retarded. She was making a comment about herself with her husband. Literally, she was just saying, hey, you know what, my husband thinks I'm retarded for this, you know, she was not making a reference to anyone outside of herself. She was talking about herself. Guess what? Number one, here's my first argument. We have the right to make fun of ourselves in some way or talk about ourselves in such tones. We humans do. You know why? Because that's a personal comment to ourselves about ourselves. The second that you all come online and start complaining to someone about words they use when describing themselves, you're now saying no one has the right to talk about themselves in whatever way they care to. You're now saying that a person has no control over what they have the right to say to themselves. You're taking away a person's rights to talk about themselves whatever way, and make fun of themselves. That is not good. That is just downright, you now want people to adhere. You want someone to adhere to everything that you feel, but onto themselves. You want to control everything that they say. That is, as long as they're not offending anyone outside of themselves, that is wrong. That is actually a very terrible thing to do, because you're now saying people don't have everything that people do unto themselves now projects onto the outside world. Really? Are you sure that's the best plan? 100%. And number two, the word, I didn't even know what the R word was when I saw the news report. I was like, what the heck is the R word? Then they mentioned it when I began to read the article, and it's like, that's the R word, retarded? Here's the thing, and I think Steve Harvey's wife is like 53 years old. I'm 32. And here's the thing. Retarded doesn't just mean mentally handicapped to a lot of us. We were not raised to believe it meant just that. Retarded also meant the word stupid. Like, you called yourself retarded, oh, I'm acting retarded. If you say, oh, it meant for you, I'm acting stupid. That's what it also means to people. It means I'm acting stupid. So there are two terms, or two explanations or definitions of the word retarded to people sometimes. People are raised to believe retarded means mentally handicapped, or it means you're being stupid. That's just the two different, that's the two different definitions that word has taken over the years. So when she said retarded, well, a lot of us were raised to believe it just meant you are being stupid, and you can say that about yourself. You can say, I'm being stupid, or he thinks I'm being stupid, or he thinks I'm being retarded. That's what it meant to you. You weren't trying to offend someone's child who you've never met, who happens to have a mental handicap. You're saying it about yourself and only about yourself. So it's also about the connotation or the definition that that word has taken over the years. My third reason behind this being just a complete overreaction, it's an overreaction. It is. Because you just went online and you are literally attacking a woman who you've never met before for saying something about herself. My husband thinks I'm acting like this. And then you are somehow connecting it back to your child that had nothing to do with that situation. Your child, it had nothing to do with you. You found a way to connect it back to yourself, which means I can't help but feel like in your heart, you're looking to find some reason to be offended. You're looking to find some reason to be upset with someone, upset with the world. I'm sorry your child has a mental handicap. But this is between two people, a husband and a wife. And to show you how much I don't understand what your problem is, I have a friend who is mentally handicapped. They are. But they have some, they're not, for lack of better terminology, unless you're going to find a way to get mad at me this, they're not brain dead or etc., whatever term you could think about, not having any control over their mental faculties. They have some control. And my friend, one time, she literally walked over to me after I said something that was a joke that wasn't funny, and she smacked my head like that. It wasn't like a hard smack, it was like a tap, it was a cute thing, and said, "You are retarded." My mentally handicapped friend called me retarded. And then I did that back to her. And I said, "You're retarded squared." And we laughed about it because we're friends. My mentally impaired friend, who a lot of you parents were getting online and getting mad about because your child was mentally impaired, my friend, she is mentally impaired the way your child probably is. But she just did that and said, "You're retarded," and I said, "You're retarded squared," because we're friends. We can do that. Friendship is not always going to be politically correct. That's what makes it friendship. It doesn't have to be politically correct. That's the people who you are so comfortable around. You can do what you can be completely wild and messy. Well, if two friends can be like that, then so can a husband and wife, I guess, about themselves. Because it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with them, like it has to do between my friend and I. So you people who went online and got mad at Steve Harvey's wife, and they got mad at Steve Harvey for this, well, you're now going to have to get mad at my mentally impaired friend for calling me retarded. Don't do that. My friend is my friend. We were just joking around. But now you got to put it onto an actual mentally impaired person because that mentally impaired person did that thing that you are upset with. She's terrible now, according to you. She's offensive because she called her friend that who she could trust her friend to be understand. She understood that I knew we were joking or we were just being lighthearted. We've gotten so politically correct nowadays we cannot take jokes in between two people who should be allowed to joke around with each other. And my last argument, it's in defense of Steve Harvey. He's getting backlash for defending his wife. Here's my argument back to that. Husbands are supposed to defend their wives. The way wives are supposed to defend their husbands, it's for better and for worse. That is the vows you make, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health. It's even in the bad times you stick by your spouse. So for him to receive backlash for defending his wife, you are getting backlash for a man for standing by the woman he claimed to love. I can't think of anything worse than that. And when it comes to you people who think you're so politically correct, you are mad at a man for defending the woman he is married to, who he promised to defend in his vows just by choosing to be her husband. Men are supposed to defend their wives. We women are supposed to defend men, our husbands. That's what it means to be a husband and a wife. And you want him, so to be mad at Steve Harvey for defending his wife. Here's what's going to happen. Either Steve Harvey would have if he did not defend her, he would have been made fun of for not defending her. Then he would have been made fun of for defending her. So we're basically at that problem that I see. Oftentimes, people are this crime, I think, that we're making too much in our desire to be politically correct. Men, no matter what they do, are always going to be wrong. If he did not defend her, he would have been a bad husband. He would have been. Someone would have said something. He defends her. Oh, he's terrible for defending his wife. And look at what you're all saying with that concept. You're saying by attacking Steve Harvey, you are attacking a man for defending the woman he loves, his wife. The only retard, and I'm not using the retard in the sense of mentally impaired, I mean stupid, is you. Because you went online and you bullied a woman by taking your life and putting on her that had nothing to do with her. You're then bullying her husband for defending her. You have just done ultimate cyberbullying. And you think you're helping? You think your child who's mentally impaired is going to be happy that his parent bullied someone online for defending his wife? Look what you just shown your son and your child who is mentally impaired. To not defend your loved ones. That is not a good message. That's why I have to do this video. I don't like doing video on current news, but that's why I have to. Because you should never, ever attack a man for defending his wife. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You should be proud of him for defending his wife. It's his job as a man, a job as a husband, a job as a fellow human being towards his loved one. We women and men are going to be wrong sometimes. Nothing is better than when our loved one stands up for us and doesn't abandon us when the world attacks us or the world is mad at us when we do wrong. That's the best thing we can have, is our family to stick by us. You wanted Steve Harvey to be politically correct instead of standing by his wife. I can't agree with that. And if you think I'm not being sensitive to the mentally impaired, you did not listen to the previous part of this video. You did not. You did not. I respect the mentally impaired. I always have. I am friends with them. But at the end of the day, I am friends with them, and we can be politically correct with each other all we want, and that's our business. So if you disagree with me, I respect that. Please just don't hate me because I disagree with you, and then think you're being politically correct for hating me because I disagree with you. But I respect Steve Harvey for standing by his wife. I do not hate his wife. I don't even think she did anything really wrong. It was a conversation between a husband and wife about herself, and just making a comment about herself. It was not meant to attack anyone else. That's all I feel. Guys, thank you so much for watching my video. You're awesome just for watching. Even if you disagree with me, you're awesome. Just disagree peacefully. We have the right to disagree with each other. We have that right. But we don't have the right to hate each other just because we feel differently about subjects like this. Thank you guys so much, and thank you so much for stopping by. Over and out.